Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And an Ace of Swords. You have your mind made up about something. There is this inner clarity, this mental clarity that you're feeling right now about something. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what is going on. Let's see where this clarity. See now, Seven of Cups, right? Maybe that's what we're getting clarity about. Maybe we've been stuck in some sort of energy now. There's been there's been something that you've been attached to that isn't good for you, that hasn't been serving you. And I think you've made your mind up. You've come to a decision. You have this clarity about this situation, this Seven of Cups situation. And let's see what is going to come of it. It feels like an emotional situation. Yeah, it feels like you're ready to move on from this kind of a quicksand sort of situation. It may be involving an older female energy, and there might be some sort of a legal aspect to this, okay? We've got the Eon card. We've got, Ten of Swords. That makes perfect sense. We've got the Star card, and we've got some more air energy with the Knight of Swords there at the end. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll just set down right over here. We'll put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay. First, let's take a look around the room. We've got some major arcana, not a heck of a lot of major arcana, but we do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, a good amount of majors. We don't have any fire energy, though. We've got some water, these two. We've got some air, these two, and this one. We don't have any earth, right? So we're missing the earth, we're missing the fire. And to me, that really feels, it's kind of it's giving me this sense that, because, I always talk about fire and earth, right? And that is the process of creation. That is the circuit of the kind of creative energy, right? Going from fire to earth, from inspiration to implementation, from idea to manifestation, from will to action, right? Impulse to behavior. Going from heaven to earth, above, below. It's the direct process, fire and earth. We don't have that here. What we have is this situation with the cups, with the air energy. And I always say that what impedes that process of creation from fire to earth is our human personality, our human interaction, our human existence, right? Our thoughts, our feelings, the air and the water. Yeah. So what I feel like is you're in a situation now that is really preventing you from manifesting your will. Yeah. We're right in the middle of this kind of stage of life where I think you have this spiritual impulse, you have this creative idea, this inspiration, this ambition, but it's being blocked and impeded by this situation that we're dealing with right now. And see, we see a little bit of the hint of fire here with the Eon or Judgment, the Rebirth, Reawakening card. This is what we need. We need to reconnect with our idea, our inspiration, our impulse, right? We need to connect with our will, with our consciousness, with our big idea, with our confidence, our path in life. And we need to manifest it. We need to bring that to the earth, right? And this is the power of manifesting. You know, this is how you're going to accomplish your goals. We've got to get through this situation. Whatever this 7 of Cups is really impeding your progress. And I think it's making you feel some kind of way. I think the longer we linger in this situation, it might be a relationship with someone or something, but it is impeding our progress. And with the Hanged Man here, kind of says, we got to let it go. It's preventing you from following your will, following your ambitions, manifesting your reality, manifesting your future. Yeah. And I'm getting some sort of I'm being shown like that there's an older female energy in your life. It could be an older sister, it could be an older friend, an older coworker, it could be mom, grandma, it could be, an older, anyone who's that kind of has an older or a higher position than you, so it could be a boss. But I'm feeling like they're very much involved here, and there's some sort of a commitment that you have with them. With the Libra energy up here, the Adjustment or Justice card, I feel like there might be some sort of a legal tie, or that you're dealing with lawyers with this person in some way, and this is kind of like what's pending. This is what's kind of hanging over our heads, that we need this to be resolved so that we can let go and move forward. See, when over here we've got the real progress. We've got the Eon or Judgment card going through this situation, kind of breaking the glass ceiling, so to speak, breaking through the bars here of this 10 of Swords and getting to our starlight, right? So this is the process that we're involved with here, and I think it really is. It's something that you've made the decision on, but now we're waiting for some sort of paperwork, some sort of legal thing or court thing to kind of finish up the administration of it before you can move on, something along those lines. I'm also getting, I'm smelling tobacco. I feel like someone in your family like smoked in the house when you were a kid. Sometimes these random details come through just as validation. Okay, just to kind of confirm or act as a bit of a synchronicity with you and the energy that we're in right now. Okay, so I feel like there is this connection with someone that smoked in your house. I've got this older female energy. We're dealing with lawyers, and I think with the 8 of Swords underneath everything, there was a time where you didn't believe you would ever be free of this. Yeah. Like this to me just feels like there's no way out. We're in this tangle of wires, and there's no undoing it. All of these knots, and it's pointless to try to untie all of these things. It seems like it's a very complex situation. And if there are lawyers involved, well, it's definitely a complex situation anytime lawyers are involved. I think that this is really a problem and solution kind of thing here. That maybe at one point you thought you would do all of this on your own, right? And now I think the more complicated it became, you realized, I've got to hire somebody, or I've got to get lawyers or someone who kind of knows how to navigate all this bureaucracy or red tape or all the legal stuff or courtroom stuff. So I think that you kind of made that choice to say, I just need to pay somebody to do it for me because I don't know how to do all this paperwork, right? And that's kind of with this Ace of Swords. I feel like this is really the realization that, hey, it's going to happen, that now we're just kind of waiting for everything to get finalized, but you have this confidence, you have this enlightenment, this kind of euphoric moment which just says, it's actually going to happen. This is actually something that is real. I'm finally going to be free of this thing. Now, excuse me. I don't know if this older female energy is someone that has passed, or if this is someone that you were in some sort of a business relationship with, or maybe a personal relationship and now we've got to kind of extricate ourselves from this situation. But I feel like there is an emotional tie. We've got a lot of water energy just right here with these three. So, I feel like there's a closeness that was here in this situation. I don't know that it is any longer, but there was some sort of a connection with this person, and it was a rather kind of deep, emotional connection. I'm also getting an M name. I don't know if that is resonating in any sort of way. First or last initial M, like Mary, Michael, I don't know, something along those lines. But anyway, Hanged Man energy. In this kind of future position, it's kind of like this is the card that's saying, well, what are you supposed to do right now? Nothing. There's nothing for you to do. This is the card that says, wait and see. Don't interfere. Don't try to make things worse. Don't reach out. Don't backtrack. Don't doubt. Don't question. Just relax. Just wait. Focus on your healing, because with this water energy, I feel like whatever you're stepping away from is going to require you to kind of come to terms with it. I feel like there's this need for you to kind of ruminate a little bit, contemplate, reassess kind of everything that has happened and just kind of integrate it, come to terms with it, and to be able to process it. So I feel like a lot of what you're meant to do right now is focus on that internal work. Don't interfere with anything that's happening outside and in the court situation or the legal stuff, the paperwork. Don't make any phone calls. Don't just do what you're supposed to do. Do what the lawyer tells you to do, right? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not involved with the law or anything in any kind of way. I can't give any kind of legal advice. Do what your professional tells you to do. But beyond that, focus on the internal stuff. Focus on how you're going to be okay with this situation. Focus on kind of what it meant to you, what it means now. Focus on where you're headed in the future. Okay, focus on that internal stuff and try to heal from this situation, because what's coming next, I think, it's going to be a lot of work for you. I feel like we're getting out of some sort of a cage here. Something here, and maybe this is a business contract that now you're able to get yourself out of. Maybe it's a relationship, a marriage, it's some kind of a family thing, or whatever it is. But I feel like you're free. I feel like there's a real sense of freedom here. Okay? And I feel like spirits tell me to bring up the amulet or the religious icon or artifact that you carry with you. Now, it could be a necklace or some sort of a jewel or pendant or amulet. I'm not really seeing a crucifix. I'm seeing something else. I don't know if it's one of the like a saint medallion or something like that. But I'm seeing some sort of a religious kind of artifact that you carry with you, or maybe it's in your car, or it's by your night table or something. I don't necessarily see it hanging from anything. It's resting on something. But I feel like that is kind of that's something very powerful for you. Maybe you don't know where that is right now, because now I'm kind of seeing you or feeling you like looking around for it, not knowing where that thing has been placed. So I feel like you need to find that, and that to me, while it is, I think, an external reality, it also has a symbolic meaning. And to me, that is you trying to find and trying to reconnect with your spiritual self, your spiritual practice, what is important to you. Because now I feel like you're free. This situation is coming to an end. You have this opportunity now to go in your own way and follow your own starlight, right? Follow your own star. We've got to tune into this energy again. Now, we're going to move to the path of the serpent as we talk about this. And I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I'm really fascinated by how worldwide our community is becoming, and I really do love all of you. Okay. So this Eon card, Judgment card, Rebirth, Reawakening. This is really this is what it's all about, because this is you now finding yourself. This is you now. I wonder if with this card, if in this past situation, you kind of felt like you didn't have a voice, or you felt like you were kind of invisible. You know, you felt like your desires, your intentions, your will, your ideas didn't really matter. Well, now it's all that matters, right? Now you have this kind of self-possession, and this is a doorway that you have to walk through. See, we have the baptism by water. This is kind of inaction, allow this situation to settle, but then we've got to take action. We've got to, we also have to have this baptism by fire, right? We've got the water, we've got the fire aspect of it. And this is the intention. This is something that you have to actively move into. And this, it requires you to have a voice, to find your voice. What is it that you want? And now we're asserting ourselves. Now we're making the definite decision to walk through this doorway into our future. And it's up to you. It's your choice. It's your control. It's your decision. It's your energy. It's your voice. It's your idea. It's your opinion. This is a self-directed life. This is a real assertiveness and a real confidence. Okay? I feel like you may have recently gotten over a flu or some sort of an illness where I'm feeling that you kind of had a fever or some inflammation. And again, one of these details that just come in to confirm things, but I feel like you just recently overcame where you had kind of a high fever, right? And now that's kind of, and see, really now with these two cards, I kind of have this feeling that you were dealing with an illness. And maybe some of this has to do with that sickness as well, right? That maybe we are kind of getting out of. See, the Seven of Cups sometimes can mean, you know, that there's a virus or bacteria, an illness that's attached to us, right? And so it could be that we are coming out of that energy, and then we're getting our momentum back, right? So for some of you, it might be resonating more that way than some of the rest of it. Okay, so take it how it resonates. But I do feel like there was this kind of feverish energy about you. And it may be something that you're starting to feel now, because as we're moving into the rest of this energy, I feel like we're starting to get kind of heated. And really in this active kind of energy, we have to be careful that it doesn't become anxiety, right? And I think the anxiety really is related to this, but when we have a Ten of Swords, especially in the position of the environment, that tells me that a lot of your energy, a lot of this power and heat that we're feeling is really us moving through these bars of this kind of cage. And this is that restrictive circumstance. This is us realizing that those bars cannot hold me now, right? Bob Marley there. We're moving through this situation that was restricting us, restraining us, holding us back, preventing us from spreading our wings, right? And so this is, this kind of has that kind of feverish energy toward it. Because now it's just like we can't wait to get through this situation, right? And this is in the environment. So this is literally something that you are, you're stepping away from. You're moving out of this situation. And I think once we get beyond that, that's when we really have this feeling of relief and coolness and this big sigh, you know, that things, we can breathe now, right? That the fever has broken in that kind of symbolic way, right? So we do have the Star card here next. And this, to me, this is the difficulty. And this is you really tuning into your spiritual energy and staying tuned in. Yeah. I think that a lot of you have probably recently started with some sort of divination, tarot cards, astrology, geomancy, you know, the flights of birds, and I don't know, whatever. because this card, is about us trying to tune in. I think we're starting to focus more on prayer, focusing more on meditation. We're doing everything we can to kind of tune ourselves in to that part of ourselves that I think has kind of been blocked off for a while. In this situation here, I don't feel like you really were in touch with this energy, but now it's starting to come back, and it's starting to really be a lodestar in your life. And that's why I think that amulet or that the religious artifact, I think, is very important. It's very symbolic for you. And I think it's not so much important that you find it again, but that that you recognize that it's been lost and do what you can to retrieve that. And again, I think it's symbolic, but I think it is a fact in your life as well, right? Externally. So we're tuning back in to our spiritual self, and we're starting to get this kind of this insight, this spiritual energy. From our star, from our God, goddess, deity, from our self, true self, guardian angel, spirit guide, whatever you want to call it. Okay. This is the card that kind of says, light some incense and, get down on the floor and connect. Worship, however that is, prayer, meditation, of offerings, whatever it is. Dance, I don't know. Whatever you do to connect with that spiritual energy, do that. Okay. And now we've got the next card, which is the Knight of Swords. It's fire and air. We don't have any earth energy yet, but what we're doing now is we're starting to use our voice. See, we started with this fire energy here with the Eon card, where we're reconnecting with our spirit and reconnecting with who we are, what we want, where we're going, what we want to manifest. Now we're starting to communicate that. Now we are expressing that. And it doesn't mean that we're running to our friends and telling them, hey, I'm going to start a business. Maybe that's the case. But this is really communicating with ourselves. Now we're able to take this starlight, this spiritual fire, this creative energy, and we're starting to put it into terms, put it into words and phrases, symbols that we can understand. We're starting to formulate it to ourselves even, right? And I think the next step then is to formulate it to others and to outside and to start expressing it. But I think the first thing that we see with the fire and air is taking this fire, this spiritual fire, starlight, and we're putting it into words, phrases, and symbols that we can understand. We're formulating it. And I know I'm repeating myself. I meant to. We're formulating it to ourselves so that we can understand what's coming next for us. Let's look at the mystery card, maybe earth energy. Yeah. I'm losing my voice. I'm predicting earth energy here for this one. I think this should be maybe a 3 of Pentacles here. Also, Spirit's telling me to mention the bladder or kidney issues that you're dealing with, or someone in your family, someone that's close to you is dealing with some sort of issue with the bladder or kidneys. I don't know if it's maybe it's a urinary infection or something like that. Again, one of these details that come through just to validate and confirm the energy that we're in. Okay. Anyway, mystery card. I think 3 of Pentacles. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's check it out. Another Knight of Swords. Maybe we're not there yet. Maybe we're not ready to implement things. We're not ready for starting the physical work. We're not ready to break ground yet. Maybe we're still in the phase, these are the same cards. We're still in that phase of deciphering what Spirit is telling us. We're still in the process of, now we're finding our voice, now we've got to listen to our own voice. We've got to be able to understand what is it that we're saying? What is it that we're thinking, feeling? What is it that we're experiencing? What are we being drawn to? What is Spirit telling us? We're still in the phase of translation and interpretation, right? And then will come the implementation. Okay. I think this is an okay confirmation card. We'll take it. And what we're going to do now is an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link either up here or down in the video description. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow. We'll talk again. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Okay. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.